I think risk to reward ratio trading is bullshit. And I know this might ruffle some feathers, but I just thought I'd get my opinion out, and I don't really care, to be honest. So, what actually is risk to reward trading? Well, it's essentially the distance of your stop loss from your entry in comparison to your target, and that's measured as a ratio. So whether it be 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, or as some people, especially on the internet, on social media, 1 to 10, 1 to 100, something ridiculous like that. And I think that's mainly one of the issues that I have about people wanting to flex their risk to reward ratio and the trades that they're taking, because anyone can slap on one of those long or short positions on TradingView and then just say a trade that they took in hindsight. But it's really misleading to the typical trader, especially new traders as well, because when you see someone out there online saying that they've caught 100, 200, 500 pips worth of move with literally no drawdown, it kind of sets this unrealistic bar to, normal traders and especially new traders. Because especially as males, everything's a competition. So when people now see this as a competition, it's like it almost turns into gambling. Because what will people do now is they'll start taking trades and try and squeeze their stop loss on with like 1 or 2 pips to try and maximize their risk to reward. And some people, they would use that as their trading strategy. Now, I'm also aiming this at people who have, intraday trading strategies. This isn't really aimed at swing trading or position trading, because for those sort of people to have some sort of stop loss, they're going to be using a lot of distance, quite a few hundred pips on distance, in order to achieve significantly more, however much their take profit would want to be. I find it really annoying when a lot of these influencers out there, which I'm not going to name any names, but when they start talking about how catching a 1 to 10 or a 1 to 15 or a 1 to 20, how they say that's very average and how anyone can do that. But the reality is that that's not realistic. It's not realistic at all. Me, myself, I trade 1 to 1.5s, 1 to 2s, maybe even 1 to 3s. Anything else is just probably luck at that point. But in all honesty, who really cares where your take profit is? And because it really comes down to your stop loss and how you're preventing yourself from taking losing trades and keeping yourself out of drawdown. In all honesty, no one actually cares how much of a move you've caught, because you're only painting a bad picture on this whole community, this whole trading space. And these people, especially the influencers, are the reason why the professionalism in trading has just been taken out, why the trading space just becomes so unprofessional, and why new traders start trying to place trades with ridiculous stop loss placement and trying to achieve huge targets, which, okay, fair enough, they might get 1 or 2 trades which will reach that target, but in the long run, are they going to have any consistency with sticking to that sole method of trading, having a firm stop loss in that place and only wanting to achieve a certain take profit? Not really. They're going to be caught out, especially with some brokers and prop firms with their slippage and their rules. So it more so points towards gambling, really, and the mindset that will come through with new traders when they do this is it all just points towards a gambler's mindset, because what they're essentially saying is, I want to place a trade with huge position, let it only reach this take profit, and if I was to take a loss, I only want it to be tiny. This is all unrealistic, and this sort of mindset won't keep people in the long term in trading. In the context of a intraday trader, a day trader, or a scalper, or a session trader, you actually don't need that much distance in terms of pips or ticks to actually make money. Lots of money can be made with a smaller risk to reward ratio, like 1-to-1s, 1-to-2s, even negative ratios like 0.8 or 0.5, which means having a stop loss that's bigger with your potential take profit. But if that means that you're able to find those moves consistently in the markets, then it increases your chances of winning the trades more often, so you increase your win rate. But the problem comes is when people start having a hard take profit at certain levels, and then when they start to see their trade move in their favour slightly and completely take off the risk on their trade with the stop loss, and then eventually they get stopped out at break even or wherever they decide to put it. This sort of trading style, or whatever you want to call it, really, this sort of mindset or way of trading, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. It doesn't show any skill or any true, background of a trader. It just highlights that you're even more of a gambler, and you're just bringing a gambler's mindset to the table. The true way of how people make a lot of money in trading is with the compound effect. So seeing your money slowly accumulate, and therefore your risk slowly accumulates so that you can make even more money. And then when that keeps adding back and recirculating through your trading consistently, then you'll see your equity curve just absolutely skyrocket. I understand that risk to reward ratio is a standardized metric across every style of trading, so everyone can kind of gauge a reaction of how much distance they've caught in relation to their stop loss. But there are people out there who trade with 1-to-1s and even negative risk to reward ratios because they have good risk management and they understand how to have good money management. And if you're effective at doing this, then applying capital and just allowing compound interest, let the compound effect do the heavy lifting, then that's all it takes really to make a lot of money. If lowering your risk to reward means that you achieve more wins and get consistently at doing that, then why wouldn't you just do that? Why wouldn't you just increase your stop loss to a place where you think would be more surprising if price was to reach, lower your take profit, and just apply risk management to it? That is honestly, it's just a key ingredient to making a lot of money, I think. That over a long period of time can work wonders. Just to end this video, I don't think risk to reward trading is a strategy or a skill. I think understanding how the market moves getting a read of each daily candle, predicting where the market will move on a higher time frame, establishing where you want to have a stop loss and where a good low-hanging fruit objective is, taking partials. All these things are what I think are what skills of a good trader. Whatever the risk to reward may be, it just happens to be that. It could end up being a 1-to-1, it could end up being a 1-to-2 or a 1-to-3. People take partials on certain distance. Some people take partials then on market structure, and then whatever a best case scenario might be. But the stop loss placement is the key. It's a key factor. Not rushing where your stop loss should go is very important. And like I said before, with a lot of these high R trades, people achieving 10R, 20R, people saying this is normal and it's realistic and it can be achieved by anyone. They're probably placing their stop loss in a very unrealistic place, so they get stopped out very prematurely. So that was just a quick rant I wanted to have about risk to reward trading, because it's honestly quite cringe when I see people flexing their risk to reward that they're getting on trades, how much distance on their move they've caught, but it's all meaningless, realistically. I'll leave my Instagram in the description below, where I'm updating people on my own prop firm journey and what's happening in my own life. And also I've left a link to my community Discord in the description as well. We do weekly calls, and whether you're into crypto, forex, equities, options, whatever, join and we'll be able to discuss with you about your own trading, trying to encourage new traders and just try and make the community a bit better than what it is now.